I'm here to talk to you about your emotional needs exercise. And we all have emotional needs to feel happy and engaged in the workplace. And when our emotional needs are not being met, that is when we can get emotionally triggered. So, this is a great self awareness exercise. We ask you to identify your top three emotional needs for you to be happy and engaged in the workplace. And we're looking for you not to have an actual full category around accepted, respected, power, valued, success, but we're looking for you to identify or circle what are your top three underneath those categories. So the bullet points. So you may have an emotional need that is being included or feeling valued or respected. Respected may be it, or appreciated, or pay may be one of your emotional needs. So I want you to go ahead and circle your top three emotional needs. And then I want you to think about who is someone that you work closely with, or someone that reports to you, and put a star by what you think their top three emotional needs are. And maybe you know, or maybe you don't, but are those top three emotional needs the same as yours, or are they different? And we tend to treat people the way we would want to be treated. So this is a good self-awareness exercise for you to think about, how does that other person want to be treated now, not how do you want to be treated? So we call it the platinum rule. Do unto others not as you would want them to do to you, but how they want to be treated. So that's the platinum rule. And this is a great self-awareness exercise to understand your emotional triggers and whether you're being triggered because it's a perception or reality that an emotional need is not being met. So for example, if you have an emotional need that you want to be included, and included is an emotional need of yours. Well, if someone sends out an invite to a team meeting and you're not included on that invite, that can cause you to take it personally or feel emotionally triggered. So you may think, well, I'm not going to contribute information to future team meetings, or I can't wait till I have a meeting because I'm not going to include that person in my meeting. And you can fill in the blank with other things you may be thinking. Now, if it's not an emotional need for you, you may just email the meeting organizer and say, hey, I noticed there's a team meeting next week and I wasn't included. And it could be that that person just mistakenly left you out. And they would send an email back saying, hey, sorry, I meant to include you. I'll send an updated email invite for the group, but we definitely want your valued opinion and feedback. And that's the same with maybe for you. I know as leaders move up in an organization, pay is sometimes not as much of an emotional need as it is for people that are in frontline positions or newer supervisors or managers. But if pay is an emotional need for someone, even if you push back a performance review, even for a week or two, if it's related to a bonus or a pay increase or any type of structure around that conversation, that can cause the other person to be emotionally triggered. And because that is an emotional need for them. So just remember, this is a great exercise for you to be self-aware if an emotional need is not being met, and then how you communicate with someone on your team if you're emotionally triggering them because you're not meeting one of their emotional needs. So good luck with using the emotional needs exercise, and this self-awareness tool is just great for your journey into emotional intelligence more.